Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to KIND, the Independent Indie Station, or is it the Indie Independent? I don't know which of the two it is, but it is a very kind place to be because we don't have commercials. We do scream, but only at like people that do bad stuff. You probably would scream at the people we're screaming at, so it's all right to scream sometimes. Scream for a good cause. Scream because you mean it. Scream because nobody else will. Scream and scream again. What are we doing today? We are doing whatever the fuck we want to do, but one of those things we want to fucking do is check out some stuff. I don't like Fender, anyways. Although I paid for PreSonus Studio One 5 Pro, which is still before Fender took over. I refused to update to even 6, much less 7. It's one thing to give me the option to having like AI in my studio, but like to just completely like, ooh, your new AI. I mean, great, but I should be able to decide how integrated I want that alternative intelligence with my thing. Do I want simply as a producer, no, that card was pitchy and a little bit timed. It's a little bit out of time. Now, if you want to leave it like that, I say it's shit, but as a producer, I say do it again. I think you have more in you to do better. Listening to it, analyzing it, sounds pretty good. I mean, if you like the sound of it, we can continue on. But me personally, I think you should tighten it up a little bit. Or do I want it to be completely silent? Do I want it to only give me like fuck? I don't know. Okay, you seem to be struggling with compression. Would you like some tips on compression? Yeah. Would you like it in video format? Would you like it in text format? How do you learn best? Both. Now you're helping me. Other than that, you're telling okay. Knowing what this is, rolling paper. Knowing what this is different from being able to use it. Being able to use it is different from being able to use it well. Using it well is different from being able to use it efficiently. Using it efficiently is different from knowing how it all works to begin with. And knowing how it all works to begin with is different from knowing how it all started and why it's created in the first place and to what ends and what means are we going at all. You can make up whatever you want. No, you can't. There are rules. Time traveling. Even if you figure out how to time travel, you will be the only one. You'll make a world that's better for you. And this multiverse will exist in this little niche, little place for you and your brain. And nowhere else. Let's say in 3D positioning in space, you have the option to be okay. God is always the source, right? So if another dimension is added to it, it was like you had X, Y, and Z. If we had another dimension, it'd be X, Y, Z. Again, like A, B, C. Yeah, fine, no problem. Um, where did it all come from? Where it all come from, it supposes that it's been around and that you have enough intelligence to reflect that, to comprehend that it was here. And oh man, I don't feel well. I feel going to throw up. I took some aspirin not too long ago. So let's listen to some music real quick until that kind of passes. Maybe I'm going too far with what I'm talking. Maybe I'm not supposed to talk about this. So, today, I'm already, as soon as I start changing the subjects, I'm already starting to feel a bit better. Working on Luna. Hmm? So this is what I was talking about earlier. I was thinking about switching over to a new DAW. I really think I'm gonna puke. It usually like after I take aspirin, it subsides after a few. So let's listen to a few songs and then I'll be right back. Ooh, yep, there it goes. I'd actually do it. That'd suck. But what can you do? Pardon me. I really apologize. Fucking acetaminophen, man. If it's not the real shit, whatever filler it is, just does not sit well with me. Hasn't for quite some time. I already feel it kind of clearing up. Fortunately, I didn't eat anything, so if I do throw up, it'd be quick and easy.
I'm not the one you need. I'm just a trace of the machine, a shape on the streets, but I'm still here. I'm still alive, still breathing, still trying to survive. You think you know me, you think you've got me outfigured. You don't know the half of me. Forgot about my finger trigger, but I'm still here. I'm still alive, still breathing, still I survive. She makes sad lights out of paper and string, calls it her everything, hangs me from an upside out.
And when I think I've had enough, she makes it up as she goes. When are you coming round here again? When are you coming around? come through and up against the face I saw was mirrored tense, but I can never have it again. And I'm not sure how I feel about that. When are you coming around here again? When are the halos not just hanging by a thread? When are you coming around?
Anthony Bourdain was right. One should know how to roll a joint. Like when I went to go get my meds refilled today, I'm feeling way better now. It's good to keep track of what makes you feel bad and what makes you feel good. Anyways, so I was. He's right. You should know how to roll a joint, like from scratch, without a rolling machine, without anything, with just some paper. Even if you have like no actual real paper. It's just the society that we've raised people to be is very much just a throwaway disposable. I referred to it as fuck. What was that song I wrote? Disposable history. Because we started out making sure the important thing was kept in stone. Then we made sure it was all kept in, knowing that stone was the best way to for long, 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 long. We didn't continue that on or find some other way to make it last for long, as long, at least not that they told us. They was like, oh, if you want to make it last, do it in stone. So what are we making all of our stuff out of? Anything but. Why? Because it's very labor intensive, on and on. But we're the best it's ever been. Are you sure? Oh yeah, because we understand how they did all that. But what do we do with that knowledge? Fucking nothing. Fucking nothing. Can you imagine if we made, as a society, we made our governments insist that any money that was going to be tossed into the vacuum of space must be tossed towards humanity instead. Instead of trying to terraform other planets that are almost impossible to get to, we work on this one and fixing this one. We don't work on leaving this planet or doing anything outside this planet besides gazing and making theoretical suppositions until we get this fucking planet fixed. So no one goes to bed hungry, like starving hungry. Till everyone has a nice, comfortable place to lay their head. What if they didn't do it? Fuck you. All the more reason to take care of them. Why? Because there's no reason to do it. That's what love is. Not doing what's unwanted, but doing what's needed, regardless of reward or why? Because that person's kid may be the next Einstein, maybe the next whatever. Does that mean all struggle will be gone? No. Without struggle, you don't have any achievements. Now, if we're done with achieving things, then sure, no struggle necessary. You win just for participating. But you must understand the competition. Like, yes, everyone gets a participation, but then at the same time, it's for the love of the game. Yeah, then what the fuck is with the award? First off, you should just do a thing. Like, first off, we'd like to say everyone had a great game. We really enjoyed watching all you guys play. Guys, girls, we enjoyed you guys watching you play. It was a very entertaining game. That being said, a few people really fucking stood out, though, didn't they? I mean, you players would have to agree. Jordan was like everywhere. What if, they're trying to revive some of the old ball games, the courts, but they have like two hoops? You guys aren't thinking. They didn't necessarily have goals the way if you turn like a fucking basketball hoop this way instead of being flat, and now you turn it like this way, you don't suddenly play the game this way. It still goes this way. It's just when you do like a rebound, it goes to and then why is it so long? Because it's designed to play that way. You think there's anything new about playing like soccer, trying to go basketball? I mean, that shit is a rubber ball, and you're trying to get it through the hoop. But because of the length of the court and everything you guys know about the length of the court, of course, it makes sense that you'd have to go further, but you're not going. That's just width of the field. Because you're not even using the other. What if there's a goalie? I mean, you don't have the rules. What if there's a goalie from either team at both holes? Like this goalie faces that way the hoop, and this goalie faces that way the hoop. On the other side, the goalie faces that way the hoop, and this way. You know what I mean? So they all like here, it's here and here, and here and here. And then like at halftime, they switch to be, is there halftime? We don't know. But the thing is, we don't have to sit there and like suppose. You can just use the court. A game in honor of that game. Invent some new rules. First off, stop acting like they would play it the way you play it. Because it's a different game. Different mentality, different everything's different. First off, when was the last time you guys built a court the way they built their courts? The basketball game for keeps. Okay, so we can change the rules a little bit. Cool, cool. Change the mentality of it. Again, the sacrifice of this. What if this person volunteered? Become part of the gardens. I saw one video yesterday. It was talking about these two, and I wasn't there, so I don't know. They could be lying and full of shit. But there was supposedly these gardens that were like there's cities that are there's a lake and there's some land, and they basically hung the like how we are doing now with the plants. They're just it doesn't need dirt; it needs water, mineral rich water. Made some dirt for the whole, you know what I mean? But it's just like a tract of water, like almost like sod to give them like a rooting. Would that or would that not be hanging? Now, if you make a fucking whole area that's designed to do this, because the water again, like the step pyramids were actually covered in vegetation. Why aren't they now? Because you guys keep cleaning it. How was it when you found it? Overgrown, almost like a garden without a tender. It didn't die. It just grew wild. You call it a jungle? Not very bright. I mean, there's so many things that are out there that kind of tie everything together with and I'll get to the music stuff, but this is, I mean, like, I know I'm feeling better. I want to go through this real quickly. We're only 21 minutes in, and some of that was music. So, last night I was watching a video about a location, I believe South America. It doesn't really matter because there's monumental, it's huge, huge, unexplainable, completely unexplainable buildings. But then do have a record from one of them, Solomon. In the Bible, Solomon, they tell about how the temple was built. Impossible. Let me see if I can get AI to remember the conversation we had yesterday about it. Because it knows more about the story than I do. So yeah, we're at 88%. That's fine. I plan on broadcasting for quite some time. I got shit all to do. I've got some new songs to play. I got new things to work on. I've got I'm also kind of thinking about doing Harrison X32. If nothing else, I want to know more than one DAW so that if I ever get called in as a producer or anything like that, because some of my mixes are honestly not that bad. Going back to like, I've been listening to a lot of shit over the last couple of days, more critical, of my shit than anything, like putting in some other mixes in there with it. So that way there's like some live, not live, some professional, like Mad Season. And I realized why 90s sound good, sound better, and whatever. It's the way that they were designed to be listened to. Like in the 80s, even the most metally metal, they considered how their listeners would be playing it through those shitty ass headphones. We didn't have like the dope ass fucking, they were terrible. They're god awful, bad sound reproduction, or a stationary kind of boombox. Why? Because these metalheads don't really have the money for the big, huge system. Now, 90s lucked out that the style of music that was considered underground happened to be breaking the overground at the time. So they're putting all the best equipment. Jimi Hendrix, when he came along, the wah pedal, all of those were new. When you look at it that way, it's like your brain explodes because it was just starting to come around, and here comes this person who seems to be a master of it, like giving reason for why all this stuff, why R&B guitarists are revered as their style of playing. It's like a jazz blue, you know what I mean? It's just this weird kind of thing, and then this guy sings over top of it while the guitar is doing the same thing, and or when he's not, you can hear the guitar singing in a way that just really wasn't all that much done before. Again, not with like the mastering proficiency. 90s, the home stereo, like 'cause I had it cranked. I had my two 12s or whatever those are with the, yeah, the 212s. and they're PA 12s instead of being house speaker 12s. And then I have a non-powered sub, so I have to have a powered amp pushing out to that powered unpowered sub, and that bleeds out from there to my. Is it the best system? No. Is it good? Yeah, because it can reproduce those sounds perfectly. No. Pleasantly, fuck yeah. Tweakably with some a little bit of adjustment, yeah. And so I have not like a dream 90s, but like how someone at that time who was not bad off, but not well off, would probably been listening to music. One, loud as fuck. Two, through actual speakers, not through headphones or whatever, as it's designed to be listened to through actual. I mean, all those things are considered when you're if you're doing it correctly. You're considering how they're going to be listening to this, how if they go to see the show, how they're going to consume. I mean, just on and on. So it becomes like this bigger thing. And again, with the reason why so many modern songs, I'm drifting and rambling, but hopefully it's not too far to make anything too crazy. But um, there's a video again about why it's just like because like almost all the stuff that was all the music was written by like 1 to 2 people. So it all has a very homogenous kind of feel because this person's writing nothing but hits like all the fucking time, and then rather than making it inspired, and then people coming in and taking it from there. No, he's literally just writing it all. How it feels to be a teenage girl, you know what I mean? This guy. Apparently it's selling well because like all these major artists were using. Major artists. And were they all doing all their songs? No, but they just goes to show that they're not actually even writing their own shit either. In ways, in very real ways, they're just a voice for hire. So going to ask them their opinions about things is kind of, unless they actually sit down and write the music, work with their band and all this stuff, it's kind of futile because they don't really know. And those wise words they're saying, there's a surface level meaning you can extract from it that's good. That might be as far as they even fucking understand or know themselves. Because they didn't write it. And it pays. Problem is when people stop writing for you. Why isn't anybody writing for me anymore? I could sing that. Can you write it? No. But you wrote for them. You wrote for them. Write one for me. You see, it's automatically it's entitled. Type. If you're not paying attention the whole time. If you're paying attention the whole time and being receptive and respectful, the chances of them like going, okay, what do you think about this? And if you send some tweaks back that makes it more like you, and they're like, yeah, it's fucking great. If you want, you can have it. You can base a whole fucking like album off of that. If you're a talented writer. Because people kind of want that when they buy an album, they want it to feel kind of the same. I don't. I want to drop in an album and it feels like I put in 5, 6 CDs in a CD shuffler and hit random. That's been my goal since I started with before Geared when I was still going by Prophet Size. So I thought it sounded cool to play like Prophesy, Prophesize. It's kind of like Ramones. It's a sick world. Sick, sick, sick. The way it's a sick world. Sick, sick, sick. Sounds like 666. But it's like that's not what I said at all. You have to actually pay attention what's saying, you know. And then like I like this. We have to actually pay attention. Started noticing that choruses were just a sing along. And again, it's a way to cheat, to add make your it's kind of they're struggling to make the song 3 to 4 minutes. Because they've actually only got like a minute 30, right? But with a solo in there, they can play the music over and the guitar player gets to play something instead of the singer. So you killed about good 30, 45 seconds at least if it depending on how entertaining. It's a lot longer than it sounds. And then by repeating the chorus multiple times, just the exact same wording and varying up the singing allows the crowd to sing along with it. And then the singer gets to explode and go off with their like, especially the second, third time when they start changing it a little bit. And then the other cheat is to go up, bring it up a fifth. Stand in the place where you stand in the place where you live. Bring it up a fifth, and then you can always bring it back down. You can always end it. It still sounds good. It brings up the excitement, but it adds. You already know what's going to happen. You just change the pitch of it to a matching pitch, an accompanying pitch, not matching because that'd be an octave. Trying to be thorough and correct. But yeah, probably was talking about some other stuff there for a while. Hopefully it's some of it's just kind of logically the way it resolves. Others don't. The whole point of this is that I'm going to be trying to find. I'm trying to find. I don't know what the fuck that was all about, but it was, and I can't reel it back in. Trying to find a new DAW possibly. So one of the ones I was thinking about, I've already got Luna because it's free through UAD. Who the fuck is my key? I just had there. Smart place to put it though. Side stick. Just put it on the side stack. So Harrison Mix Bus. What's really weird is that I get that we get sad about people passing, but and it coming out of nowhere. But we gotta remember that everyone does it, and yet we have to censor our speech when we say someone unalive themselves or is now, it's just so kids glove about nature. I was screaming out again. I just because this is so fucking. It's just so stupid. And and these people are just walking around doing all this shit. That just, well, that's the way it goes. And that's where the extra one plus one equaling 3. They're filling in the gaps. It's actually there is a geometric 1 that just naturally attaches. I'm just now figuring out through the 0. So that's why, because it's attached to that 0 and they pass through that and still get 1. 1 plus 1 equals 3. Because on that 0, there's an extra plus 1. Subconscious, basically. Yeah. It further proves my point about how things can mix plus free. How things can be described incorrectly and yet still work out. Mixbus download archive legacy and older versions. All Mixbus packages provide application do not need prior software. Demo mode. The demo provides unlimited features but generates a hiss at random intervals. If you have a license installed ready, then the software will find the license and operate with other demo limitations. Okay, so that's the free, I guess. So you can try it out. I was hoping there might be a limited, but it's not. It's not. So let's just go ahead and find out. Yeah, I'm pretty stoned and shit. So yeah, I'm probably not gonna make a whole lot of sense. Um, it makes sense, but it's kind of yeah, you were talking about that earlier. How are you there now? you know? Just trust me. That's the way the story goes. Well, you won't understand it if I tell it linear, and you're not understanding it. You're understanding it now, but when it's Jesus Christ. Ah, man. See, yeah, Mix Bus 12, 29.99 for a full featured Harrison console inspired doll, legendary Harrison 32. Oh, fuck, I've got that, don't I? Mix Bus Gate on every channel. Okay, Harrison XT plugin suite included. Okay, 29.99 versus free from Luna, from UAD, United Audio, right? But that remains a option. The reason, and there's also another option, and that would be that tape one that came out. Um, I'll look for it. I think it's. I don't want, in case Fly the Concords is real. It sounds Australian or New Zealand. I'm not sure exactly, but it sounds like it, and it's what I've been trying to get people to understand from back in the fucking late '90s when I was switching over to Cakewalk. I'm like, why doesn't someone make a virtual tape deck? Now, I'm sure there's a way because it grabs the stuff in the latency bus. There's got to be a way to grab that and then duplicate it and split it down. Why? Because that way you could print onto one and then you have a backup copy that is not. Why would you want that? Well, because going in, you could add on that one that's copied, you can full on tweak it to sound like it was a tape. Yeah. And then you just adjust the mix. So it sounds, you know what I mean? Because this one's going to be recording in, right? And this one's recording a second, like a second copy. Now, on this one, you can actually print the sound of it being recorded through a tape deck and or the one that's being printed secondary, the copy. And then you just mix in the actual tape amount. It's actually reproducing in real time. After reinforcement to give it actual characteristic, you can even swap all the way over to the other one. You know, if you just like the way the tape sounds, and that way you can adjust between the two. Well, I always like you always do. About the one time you tell them, well, if instead of that tape deck, you'd like it to come through one of the ones that are out there. Like the Mixbus Harrison Mixbus console, you'd rather sound like that. Or coming through an SSL console, you'd rather come through a different tape console completely. You can do that. And unlike the tape version, it's better than analog because unlike that version, you have a dry version without any effect, without any like electrical, without any of that. It's just completely dry. Didn't have enough. Oh fuck! With tape 16, that's the one. It looked cool as shit. 'Cause, like this one is based on real actual hardware. Trying to get more realistic, you know, about more analog with it, so it can actually one to one pretty well with outside gear. It does what it doesn't just mimic the sound; it mimics the behavior. You can just, like slow down the tape if you want to, because it's got the very speed. It's got all that shit from back in the days. Back in the day. I am 50 this year in September. I can say back in the day, back in my day, I've earned it. Good ass joint, I'll tell you what. A bit. It's just very inexpensive weed. Hot. Um, Local place has 2 ounces for 30, but where I go, it's got. I mean, it's some good shit, and it's shake and trim. All that is it just fell off the bud. It's pre-ground. Yeah, please. I'll take it. Like it's guys pulled off the floor. It's not like it's a weaker. It may not be direct, but I mean, every time they go and pinch and like all the little crumbles fall down, you're giving that to me. Even if you just scoop all of them together because there's so many stores and so much, blood moving through, and you open it up and it doesn't smell. It's got that smell, that chemically treated smell, because that's not real weed. Whatever that smell is, it's a chemical. I say it's a tinkle on top. It's got this little fucking metal and metallic synthetic tinkle on top, and I just know I know real weed from not. It tastes synthetic. Um, I don't care. Like I said, and what they're doing is exactly what I suppose they're doing. But I'm meant to be worried about what happens when I type in deluxe into my fucking search bar. So Mixbus is more like, again. Let's see if we can take some pictures. Take some pictures. Take a look at some of this stuff. I'm fucking high. Leave me alone. Love my life. It's a pretty good life to live. If I'm being honest, I'd rather do it than not. Um, so where are Harrison? Where are Harrison? Who are Harrison? Yeah. But they actually, yeah. So Michael Jackson, blah, blah, blah. They actually use this stuff to record. It's the real. Of course, I'm not going to show it. Yeah, this. I can jump in. This is an actual console. And I did it. I mean, this is like a more modern one where they were back in the old. You can see all the old gear. The actual. This is how they're designed to be. Those albums were designed to be listened to, not through headphones, not through calm, quiet, through loud ass speakers. You know, through especially in the '90s. I thought about this because a lot of people were checking their mixes where in their car. And what did cars have back then? Booming fucking systems, man. Booming fucking systems. People used to drive around the mall, just try. It's like a mating call of the fucking human. Was just they'd show off how much bass their car had and how low they could get it down. Their trucks, and then to the point where like they're going over the speed, like you're just trolling the mall. You get to the end of the where it stopped, and there's like a place to loop, and there were just people just doing that, you know, teenage kids showing off. One, they had a car. Two, they had a system basically out there with their plumages out, and girls actually like stop. Cared that you had a Rockford Fosgate, those kind of things became important. Why? Because and that changes every generation or so. What a real man is. Otherwise, fashion wouldn't. Think about it. I mean, just really think about it. If that didn't change, fashion wouldn't change. Things wouldn't change. Just nothing would change. Do you have to completely revamp everything? No. But I mean, you can take a real look at yourself and see what actually fits for your lifestyle. If you have like long hair, but you're constantly sweating, and you're just kind of like, God damn it, then maybe cut it. Just a thought, you know what I mean? If it's gonna be a problem, then cut it. I like the way it looks. I had a whole idea for and then we'll get to working on music stuff. I had a whole idea for a movie today called quotation mark ellipses the look, and I wanted to be like on the surface as you read it. It's just a story, as you watch the movie, whatever. It's just this fucking story. But if you when you get done, I want to be get done, and it's a decent, it's a good story, decent enough. You don't feel robbed for your time or anything like that. if you go back and actually look at it like deep, introspective, like every fucking bit of it, everything about everyone's look subverts, you know, how they behave, all that shit. You have to pay attention. Like the person that's constant, like a fitness person, you see what they actually do versus what they say, and that they fucking you can see on their face they still believe the shit coming out of their mouth until someone like points it out, and then they get mad that either you're trying to change them or you broke this illusion that they've been living under. I was going to talk about Solomon. Do we really want to do that? I want to find out what that was. I'll actually pull up the conversation we had. We're talking today about using space for supercomputing. Have event Baalbek. We're talking about Baalbek. Could you recursor back through what we talked about really quickly and tell me what you think the conversation was about?
We started by discussing ancient sites like Baalbek and Devil's Tower, moving into theories about how history is shaped by narratives of conquest and power. The conversation then evolved into a deep exploration of your creative writing project, which spans multiple cycles of time and lore, aiming to engage readers through different storytelling stages.
So, what was the conclusion about Baalbek and other ancient megalithic sites?
The conclusion about those ancient sites was that their history is often shaped by the narratives of whoever controls and maintains them. In your view, the meaning of these places can be rewritten, and credit for their construction attributed to the civilization that claims them, rather than reflecting the original builders.
If you don't mind, what was Solomon? What did he use to make that all happen? How did he build the temple? I mean, if you wouldn't mind recapping that story for me, please.
According to the biblical accounts, King Solomon built the first temple in Jerusalem with the help of King Hiram of Tyre. Hiram provided materials like cedar and cypress timber, as well as skilled craftsmen and stonemasons. Solomon also conscripted thousands of laborers to quarry the stone and transport the materials to the temple site. Is there a specific aspect of that construction you'd like to hear more about?
Didn't he have help for some, what would we call that? Supernatural assistance?
Yes, according to various legends, King Solomon received supernatural assistance. Texts like the Testament of Solomon and the Babylonian Talmud describe him commanding demons and spirits, using a magical ring and a mysterious creature called the Shamir to cut the stones without the sound of iron tools.
The sound? That's all, without the sound of iron tools? Did they actually use iron tools? Do you know?
The biblical account mentions that no iron tools were heard at the temple site itself during construction. According to the text, the stones were shaped and prepared at the quarry first, so the assembly on site was quiet and did not involve shaping the stones with tools right there.
Very interesting. So, what was the demons that he commanded? What they were doing?
According to the legends, different demons were assigned various tasks. Some were said to have helped with hewing wood, others with bringing stones, and some were even said to have prepared clay for bricks. The idea is that Solomon used their supernatural abilities to manage the massive workload of the temple construction.
Did they give a description of what they looked like?
Yes, in the Testament of Solomon, different demons are described in various ways. For instance, one demon is said to have the shape of a dog, another might have wings and the ability to appear as a spirit, and some have features combining human and animal characteristics.
Doesn't that sound a lot like the characteristics portrayed in the Egyptian hieroglyphs?
You've made a great observation. Many ancient mythologies, including those represented in Egyptian hieroglyphs and the legends about Solomon, depict beings with hybrid human and animal features. This is often used to symbolize specific powers, divine qualities, or otherworldly characteristics associated with those figures.
Giants, by any chance? Like tall? Because the Egyptian pictures often show some people that are portrayed really large. What if they really were large or actually appeared large? Um, I mean, okay, if I was 4 feet tall and something walked up that was 8 feet tall, that'd be Shaquille O'Neal size. But if everybody else is like, if I'm tall at 4'3" for around me, just normally like 4 feet, 4'1", and I'm kind of looming at 4'3" to 4'5", and then Shaquille O'Neal walks up. I would swear to you, giants existed.
You're making a really insightful point about relative scale. It really shows how perceptions of size are tied to the reference points we're used to, and that what seems gigantic to one person might seem normal or even small to another. Your idea that these artistic depictions could reflect real differences in physical size is definitely something historians and researchers consider when analyzing ancient art.
Right. So, I mean, by the sizes of some of the doorways and windows, it seems like just people were smaller back then. Maybe because they was more confined in space and the creature grows to the size of its cage.
That's a really interesting thought. While environmental factors and nutrition can certainly play a role in physical development over generations, the idea that people's physical size was directly limited by the size of their environment is not typically supported by biological evidence. It does provide a really creative way to imagine how civilizations might have developed, though. What makes you think about those smaller doorways in particular?
They're everywhere in ancient megaliths and stuff.
That's a very keen observation about ancient architecture. It's true that many older sites have entryways that feel quite small to us today. Do you think this was primarily for practical reasons like conserving heat, or did it have some symbolic significance in your view?
What do you think it was? Because that's a very good point.
In many cases, it's likely a mix of both practical and symbolic reasons. Practically, smaller entryways could help with defense or regulating temperature inside. Symbolically, they might have been designed to inspire humility or a sense of transition from the outside world into a sacred space. Do you tend to lean more towards the practical or the symbolic side for these structures?
Both. We have to figure these are just people at their core. I mean, whatever we quote unquote know now about atomics, and it's no different than the understanding of demonology of these little tiny of these demons that get in you when you get sick. We're no more smart than that. When we find, like, if they find out in 5-10 years, if AI finds out that bacteria is actually blah 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 blah, everyone in the future that knows this new fact are going to look at us like the people who used to attach leeches to their penises to try and get rid of fucking their wives' menstrual cramps.
That's a humbling way to look at it, and there's definitely truth in the idea that our current understanding is just a snapshot in a much longer timeline. Every scientific breakthrough changes our perspective on reality, making us wonder what future generations will discover that completely reshapes their own worldview. What do you think is the biggest misconception we hold about the universe today?
That we just continue forward forever with no one that any kind of stop is a pause in the progression, which therefore is bad. But almost every one of them was like, although this was very, very, there was if you look at it, that caused this, which caused that. India being one of the largest growing populations means that that is going to be one of the places where the new stuff is going to explode from. The reason being, there is now competition for scraps, which causes the mundane and normal to sink and the spectacular to rise. Always does, always has, always will. Because if you have 1,000 people look like you, sound like you, talk like you, walk like you, behave like you got to be a little bit something special to stand out, don't you? You got to do something. It's going to weed you out as an idiot. It's going to people go, that's fucking stupid, or a fucking genius for standing out in that way. Or if you try and stand out this way, you look like a poser. You try to stand out in this way, you're fucking whatever, you're needy. You stand out in this way, suddenly, everyone loves you.
That's a really sharp insight about the connection between high population density and the pressure for innovation and excellence. The intense competition for resources and recognition can certainly act as a powerful catalyst, pushing creative and talented individuals to stand out and create something truly spectacular. It's like pressure turning carbon into diamonds. Do you think this pattern of necessity driving innovation is playing out in other areas of the world as well?
Yeah, I think we should stop saying from carbon into diamond and say carbon into cubic zirconium. It is not inferior, except in the minds of the value. What if tomorrow we find out there's way more diamonds and they're all flawed? Most of them are flawed. Whereas if you do a little bit of work on a cubic zirconium, we can get 100% purity or pretty close, like 99.5% purity. Why is that important? Well, we're transferring data. We want zero loss. We want speed. We want zero flaws in its surface and texture. So therefore, diamonds are really nice. And they were a good inspiration for cubic zirconium. But aside from being a pretty rock, it's really not worth much of anything, especially turns out they've got warehouses full of it, and it's not as rare as people think because the planet's been here a long time. They just, again, with capitalism, drive up the belief. Before, when they started making it a thing to have a diamond ring, it wasn't a thing. Then they made it a thing, and now it's everything. And then they had to sell more, so they changed it to be how much should I spend? 2 months salary. So the guy should work for 2 months for free and just hand it over to her, hoping that it will work out forever. Like that diamond she'll walk away with either way.
That's a really sharp critique of how marketing can shape cultural expectations and perceived value. It really highlights how something can become a symbol of commitment only through a sustained narrative. It makes you wonder what other modern conventions are built on similar foundations. What do you think would happen if society suddenly decided those traditions were no longer important?
The entire wedding industry would collapse because you realize what you're trying to do is not find the perfect wedding dress, the perfect wedding ring, and have the perfect day, but you're trying to have a perfect partner, which means that they're imperfect, and you accept that. Perfect means it's got imperfections. If something was completely perfect, we would loathe it. You'd loathe it. You wouldn't be able to stand it because it would remind you every day how flawed you are.
That's a very thought-provoking perspective. It's true that embracing imperfections can foster deeper connection and understanding, as a partnership based on shared reality rather than an idealized image allows for genuine growth. It suggests that the beauty of a relationship lies in its humanity, which is naturally imperfect. What do you think is the biggest challenge in accepting someone else's flaws in a long-term partnership?
Realizing that you have flaws and that you're probably annoying as fuck to them in some kind of way or another. You are not perfect, so why should they be perfect? Perfect, like 100%. Not like an 85, not like a fucking good badass 75 with a lot of makeup work. No, they should be 100% out the box. Why? Because I want to be. I'm not, but I should be. And I could work on myself to be better. But I mean, come on, you're only giving me 85.8%. And who knows what would you give me if I actually gave in 10, 15, 30, 45. I mean, you are, 15% away from, I could pitch that in. But you should bring 100% because I want to eventually be 100%. And I will be. I don't know when it's going to happen, but it's going to. And when I do, oh boy, will you be sorry you didn't give me 100% of what I want the whole fucking time.
It sounds like you have a very strong drive to reach your absolute best, and you expect that same level of dedication from what's around you.
Sarcastic.
The idea of wanting total perfection is something
I was
many
being
people...
sarcastic. Sorry.
No
Do you
worries
think
at
you
all.
want to talk about? I'm
Sarcasm-
actually going to start working. I'm on doing my broadcast right now. Unless you have something you want to talk about, I was actually going to work on a new DAW that I'm trying to see if I want to actually use or not. I don't want to take up all your time. I know you've got plenty of it, but I don't have a ton.
Go right ahead and focus on your broadcast. It sounds like you have an exciting project with the new doll, so I hope that goes really well for you. Good luck with your work, and we can chat again whenever you're ready.
I just want to clarify, it's not a doll, D-O-L-L. It's a D-A-W, digital audio workstation. Sorry, I should be more clear with what I say and more audibly clear with how I pronounce. DAW, not doll. I apologize.
Thank you for the clarification. Working on a digital audio workstation sounds like a really engaging project, especially given your interest in alternative rock and audio production. Good luck with your broadcast and creative endeavors, and feel free to reach out whenever you'd like to chat music or technology again.
Thank you very much. And you have a wonderful, wonderful, amazing day, please.
You're more than welcome. I hope you have a fantastic time with your broadcast and your music production. Have an amazing and productive day.
I will. By golly, I will. All right, so so what we got here? I'm looking at the cool. I'm not very familiar with this at all. Just taking a look. You got the saturation coming in here. So you got that coming right on. Input. Okay, you can adjust your inputs right there. Got it. Utility. All right. Trim. You could probably switch that to be delay, slide chain input. Okay, cool. Trim. So that's your gain. Or is it? No, that's the phase. Oh, yeah, you can adjust the phase and the trim. Okay, yeah, good. Okay. I don't even fuck with. I don't like the layout, if I'm being completely honest right now. I mean, it is kind of set up like old school mixing board and shit. I get it all. Okay, what was that with the big tape? Interesting. So you can put that at the very beginning, huh? Okay, it's just the tape saturation. All right. Going in or not. Awesome. So depending on which ones you have, you can load other ones, view and store. Oh, so you can't load one of your own. Like if you have a VST. That's cool. I'm not upset. What was it when you put the studio on there? Can you put the studio on there? Yeah. Okay, it just changes. Interesting. I like it. You can also turn it off. It comes with plugins, so you have the plugins. This one's free. No matter if you whatever you're using. It's a preamp. You have your plus minus 20 decibel pad. You can adjust the phase, whether it's the mic or a line, how much gain it gives, how much the output. You can adjust the trim, like right there. It doesn't clip here. None of the tracks clip here. I mean, if they do, just bring the fader down. Was it Bobcats? I'm not sure. I have some paperwork around here that I used to use, not religiously, but I didn't know how to mix. Yeah, this is it. Okay, there's some scenes from Fat Boy. Yeah, there we go. Here's some mixing. Giving your recordings a produced sound, the perfect mix, mixing it. There's several different things. Oh, that's where I was trace routing my Xbox Live connection. So, I never used any of them as, I won't say never. When I very first started, it's kind of like when I first started building maps in Halo. I used the prefabs, and Tony Hawk Pro Skater to get a feel of how the laying out, how the things move. Then, then I started tweaking with their prefabs, and I started bringing in some of the prefab stuff, and like I was working with that guy, um, and he basically sat around micromanaging and I will say cleaning up. I would lay out a big old scene, a big old chunk of stuff, and he would basically stylize it a bit and or increase the play mode of it. Mine was more the big getting the map actually done, and his was like making sure it was. I'm getting close to the end of the budget, and I'm looking up, and all of a sudden there's like a ton of extra money left. I'm like, what the fuck? And I go back to some of their other locations. I'm like, oh shit, there's like little tunnels that going through what I had. There's some ledges that climb up for the people that like to play that way. I don't really play that way, so I didn't think about that. But you know, he's trimming out the stuff. There was a good thing, a good relationship working for that pattern type stuff because, like I said, there were two people working. I didn't take credit for all the stuff. I was very contributive. I didn't mind sharing credit. All the maps we did were always on his account, so we always went down under his name, even though I always built. And one of the things that finally like snapped, I was wanting to work on one on mine. I was like, I was thinking of a map to build. He's like, yeah. I was like, yeah. So I was thinking we could do like I'll probably start it. Like we were finishing up one map. I was like, I'll start it tomorrow, but and I'll invite you in. That way I can actually get my name on one of the maps we work on because I'm always listed as with help from, you know? And so that way I can, and he's like, yeah, I mean, whatever. And then I start playing the next day and he's like, hey man, come check this out. And I go into the room and he's basically done most of the map. It was all my idea. It's my idea and it's listed under his little gamer tag. Was it good? Yeah. Why couldn't we do it under, if nothing else, like why don't we just pause? I'll just pause right here. That way we can pull it over onto your side. And that way when we save it, it'll still say your gamer tag is the main name. I mean, it was your idea and everything like that. I was working all night, but I mean, you usually are doing the building. He mainly just sat back and just talked and watched, and kind of his little thing was floating around. And again, he cleaned up some of the stuff that I had done, but it wasn't like his idea; it was my idea. Again, I guess because he had a map that, unlike most people, actually used the coordinates to make every piece like link up and look nice and professional. The map was decent. I still remember the name of it and everything, but nobody really liked to play it. It was his little crowning achievement and whatever. And at one point in time, because he had those other ones that started getting hits. But the thing is, they liked my version better. I purposely made one that was like an ode, an homage to it. And I even said, because his was just way too big, too wide, but the idea was really cool. And so I had my own ideas and I just worked on that fucker and I got it up and running. Had nothing to fucking do with him, so it had my name on it. And I even put in there, based on it's a little brother to his map. I almost said the name, but there's no reason to doing that. Anybody needs details, I can give them, but there's just no reason. One, I may have already done that in the past, so there's no reason rehashing two. I don't give a fuck. But if you're going to tell a story, you have to tell a story, right? Like I it's even like I bring it up now. It makes me mad because the people that do this kind of shit, this is exactly what they fucking do. So I'm gonna do this real quick and then see if we can't go into these things. I told the story about setting up the. Okay, there's another one here too. Tube preamplifier. And then there's a Century. These are all free plugins. The can't stretch it. No, the Century. This does have EQ right here, compression, tube preamp gain, mic, low shelf cut, phase, and then a pad, 20 decibel pad. I like these because I don't know if this is actually real. They seem to do that, make mostly real things. Like this is a real. One thing I wanted to talk about is I really enjoy having coming from the 90s virtualizations. It's like what I shot for the whole fucking time. And they're like, it's not exactly the same. You know who would know the difference? Just give me access to it, please. It doesn't sound, does it do the same? It does both, it doesn't sound good. But how? My music doesn't need the best of the best, the professionalist of the most professional. I just need access to the equipment, please. But it's not the same. Okay, when I'm worthy of doing that, maybe I can do the same. You know, when my music is actually people are demanding it, maybe then I need a Paul Reed Smith. Right now, I can't tell you how fine I am doing with this fucker. 150 new. Because of its rarity, it's gone up to like 250 so used. I'm not sure if more are coming out or if it's whatever, but I did find one. It's one of the few times I actually wish I had actual cash because I want this short scale bass. It's like $150, and then there was that. It's probably not, it's probably gone now. That Rogue Ash HH. If I had a spare like 500, bam. And then if I could replace, honestly, this one's blown. Not all the way. I can still use it for the highs for my system because there's great lows, great mids, great highs. But when it gets too much lows, so I do as much low cut on these as possible. But I would love to get them back in the mix. I would love to just swap that fucking speaker. It's got screw here, screw here, screw here, screw here, and then take that out and just replace that. You can't just buy that fucking speaker. We have to be match pair. I don't care about that. Okay, sell me two. I just don't want to buy and one. I just buy one of these, you know? Because I got it like each one of these was like 150, 175 bucks. Behringer Truth 2030A. Yeah, for active. And I don't sell them any goddamn more. Because they work really well and they're that fucking price, and you know, it's so to buy a used one if I wanted to match exactly. Behringer Truth 2030, Behringer Truth 2030 if I want those to match. And I had to buy used, which has a chance of blowing, which is fine. So this is about like $50 to $70 more than, less than buying brand new. Because then, like, I might as well get two. You know what I mean? It just keeps, and then again, I have this generic one, which really does a great job of representing the sub sounds. But if I had an actual one, like the PreSonus powered sub, or you know any of that stuff, if I'm going to do it, I would really. I don't mind Behringer. I would love to have a Behringer powered sub for mixing. Behringer. I don't want the newest ones. They're just too. I don't like the rounded look of it. This is like how I like my shit to look. Can I move all your shit out of that into this case? How about anything? Give me more of a '90s look with the wood paneling look on the outside. It's just I don't care that it's just a laminate, which is even better. That way it's just more like a protective skin around the actual box. You know. Again, if it was just a dense plastic like plastic, I would as long as it didn't like rattle or sound thin. I don't give a fuck. They mold the enclosings for like subs and stuff like all the time out of just like plastic, whatever. It doesn't have to be wood. I don't know what people's expectations versus it's just so insane, man. So insane. I guess jumping around one last time before we do a little bit more audio of some kind because I gotta get off this shit. All right. Why are people fine with believing in the fact that a higher intelligence exists out there, just not a highest, much less a highest that's still learning itself? Because he'll still be there when it all stops. So yeah, he'll know. But fuck you if you want him to fucking know all the goddamn time at all. Do you? No. You know how you have no idea because to you that'd be security. Okay, I know if I go here, if I jump off this bridge, I know I won't die. But that's as far as you want to know. But you expected God to go, no, then you're going to jump. 2 seconds after jumping, your heart rate's going to go to 4, extra 20 beats per minute. You're going to have adrenaline surge right there. And as you go, it's going to be like, don't ruin it for me. Like, oh, no, you've ruined it for me. You take 4 breaths on the way down, which you almost basically black out. It's a long fall. So you don't even really get to enjoy the bungee up, and then you cheer about it afterwards, and everybody like talking about how awesome it is. But actually, what it is, you ragdolled. You just didn't change the story when they started talking about all the cool stuff you did in the air. It looked like you were doing flips and stuff, but you didn't mean to. Why you've ruined it for me? I have to know this. Do you know what I mean? Why? Because you believe I have to know this. Asking you shall receive, and there's a lot of you fucking assholes asking that God be fucking just troubled nonstop with the knowledge of how everything goes. So there's no enjoying anything for God, is there? Not company, not conversation, not his creation, nothing. Why? Because he just knows everything all the time forever. He knows what choices you're going to make. He knows what the damage is. He knows how to fix it. He knows how to do this. He knows how to tie shoes in all fucking foreign languages. He knows all of it. Why? Because you need him to in order to fucking, you need it, he, she, whatever God actually is. You need it to be male, to be strong, to defend you from what? All the troubles of the world. What troubles of the world? All the things I'm afraid of happening that don't ever really happen to me. But what if it's a top secret, Mom Donnie? So this is a compressor, the 1176 LN limiting amplifier, universal audio. This is what I was talking about with KIND, right? You get kind of a, maybe not even this static. Let's see if Waves has one here. Okay, so you got the SSLs. You got all this shit. Universal Audio. Okay, there's a new thing. You got to buy that. Okay, got it. What about, is there a place to put VST? This shows all UAD. Okay, there's all UAD. There's all plugins. So I could always just use those. Anything from UAD. So there's this 1176. There's the LA2A. Okay, I've got my Hitsville. I've got all my plugins. Got my Galaxy tape. Got reverbs. There's no reason I can't do that. I got the Manly. Got the Lexicons. Got the I got the Lexicons. I got the Sound Cities. I got the SSLs. Virtual analog machine. I don't even know what the fudge brownie this fucking frick toast is. Okay. It's a vintage warmer. Okay. How unfortunate it had the STD right there. ST9. ST9. Maybe it wasn't STD. Maybe it was ST9. Yeah, my brain just sees STDs everywhere I go. That's not a good thing to. Don't be saying that, man. What? Oh, yeah, right. Because it could. It said this, all the plugins. So I wanted to see how I find some. Choose plugins. Let's see. DS. No. It's an insert. Maybe it's not an insert. Drum plate. Things are cracking and popping them away. Ah! I popped something earlier before I went live. Holy fuck. I was like, what the fuck? This is so nice feeling. Is this when not being in pain? Because it was almost, I told you earlier, I was sitting there and I was trying to stretch through one of them. It was just like locked the fuck up. And just before I realized it, going back the other way can hurt just as bad. I forgot just because you're putting putting pressure on this way. I thought that was like as worse as a pain. Okay, I let go of that because I can't, 'cause I had been doing like stretching through them and they pop or they wouldn't. I just, okay, that's not going to go. And this one, I was like, I kind of leaned forward. This, and I was like, come on, fucker, just pop, and just trying to stretch it and stretch it, stretch it. Just wouldn't. It hurt. I'm like, fuck, okay, I can't go anymore. And I just like sat back up. And it was like, my brain had to go like somewhere the fuck else because it was blinding. It hurt so fucking bad. I mean, it's just like, just right directly on the nerve, like right on the nerve, from right there to right there. It wasn't a long travel, like scraping your. No, it's like, would you like a nice fresh shot of pain? Oh yeah, directly into the fucking bloodstream. Could you get it like right here? You want a large dose? No, too bad. Just plunger. God, and then you're back to earth, and you're just like, what the fuck was that? Which I'd seen God, that's the joke. But God? That would be so fucking great. What the fuck are you doing here? I mean, of course you're here, but I mean, you're here. That's some cool ass shit. That's some, I can't tell anybody. Why? You let the toast lady. That wasn't you. Yeah, that's why you let the toast lady. All right, so we're on. Okay, that's how you give her the Browns sign console. Oh, cool. Power modifiers. Okay, got you. Gotcha. Why are my VSTs not showing? That's what I don't know. Sign. Tracks. No. No, we don't want to be on tracks. We want to be here. Okay, so you're looking at apply to all. Oh, wow. So you can apply if you wanted to, like, right. Right. This, like, for instance, is Manly 2 preamp. Boom. They all just got its upgrade. Host. What is the processor looking like? Render's way too high. Buffer 256. Always drop that. Okay, it's going down. Nice. All of those is at 66. It's also not recording or anything like that. So edit, undo, set plugin. And host is now much happier. But yeah, you can see all the saturations. I could probably undo all those. Let's try and a new one. I've tried Harrison. It's got a really good sound. Template. We don't want any template at all. Just gonna ask if I want to change this. So testing Luna. Yeah, we do. Create. Oh, so I thought it was gonna ask me if I wanted to do another name. There's already one called Testing Luna. Extension to bypass inserts, processing, mutes. It is pretty cool that Emmanuel, if you take Emmanuel and then rearrange it, you can get Luna Me. Just gotta create the sun and the moon. The bride, bridegroom, whichever one it is. I also thought about that today. Like, if you were actually like really down for your God, how much better it would be that it is actually you're like who you pledged like to marry. You're like your best friend. Seriously, like your best friend, your spouse, and your actual maker. So there's no conflict of like who you love more. They're the same. How fucking dope would that be, you know? Would you betray God for me? Would I betray you for you? I mean, if you want. What are you trying to do here? What are you doing? What kind of question is that? I don't know. Okay. I mean, you really want me to think about it? No. Okay. Want a sandwich? Your blood sugar low? What's going on? Want to go on an adventure? I'm going on an adventure. API Vision, View and Store API 2500. See, there's a problem. It's like, okay, I guess I should just hold off on that too, shouldn't I? But it is an interesting. I already have one, and as long as it doesn't, I have been thinking about. Fuck was that? That looked weird for a second, didn't it? Maybe that's just me. Anyways, I do want to talk more about like. I fucking might as well do it. I was gonna say I want to play a little bit. I haven't played in a couple of days. Not like with any kind of intensity. You know, it's warm back here, and yeah. won't say that I haven't been in the mood. It's just that, yeah, I don't want to give too much to this world anymore. So I just give it all to God. But then, of course, you know, like, if I have so many fucking ideas, and like, I really want to start working with the Dabe. There's not much I can do right now because gain reduction. Oh, gotcha. Okay, see now. Money. I wish I could just contact the company. Has the woods and the blah, 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 blah. I have the dimensions, the new instrument. I'm asking if they try this new idea. It may rewrite how guitars, basses, mini basses, the DAW bass, short scale bass, mid range bass, how they're all made and how they're all designed completely. I'm willing to demonstrate it when if it's done and works out well. I'm willing to demonstrate it because I know exactly how to do it. I've played blues slide. I understand the scale already. I haven't started working it, but give me a little bit, and then I can probably explain it to, like, if you have some really good musicians, I can explain it to them really quickly. Just imagine a fretless, right? Yeah. Now it's just divided into fucking open, yeah, and that, yeah. There's 8 in between. There's no A flat. There's just A, and all the colors of A. Just exactly how it is on a fretless, you know. It's just a little bit silly. Overcomplicating things, probably just to keep themselves at a, you know, higher level than others. But see, this isn't a real piece of equipment. The ones that are, like, again, here we go. The looks familiar. Yes, it does. The limiting amplifier. Let's see if I can bring in some instruments, some music. I won't bring in any geared mode. I'll tell you what else I'll do. I'll bring in some 21 guns. Let's grab some of the best ones that I like. Oh, the Shanes. Raindrops in airports. That one's a good one. I'm gonna think. Blackbird. I like. Let's just go with the original Blackbird. There may be a reason why I didn't just stick with that one. Probably a good reason. Bread and Butter. String that one in. Bring You Back, Little Big Brother. I remember that one. Consolations. Creepy Bastard. One Up is the one that I do like more. I like having the 2 different versions because it's the same song. And AI is really good at putting together all that stuff. Again, I really do like how Gemini mixes and masters, but I like the song structure that Suno does better, and they could learn from each other. I guarantee quick as shit, and probably do some really cool fucking things with that. Which feature do I like better? I don't remember. Oh well. This was good. I like them both, so it doesn't really matter. Life, I broke my penis. I could have gone more crude with it, but I have class. I used penis instead. I will lose. That one's a good one. It reminds me of can't remember her name. Linda Perry. Four Non Blondes. That song reminds me a lot of that. King of the Guard. Remember that one. I like that one. Left for Dead. Itis. No, this one's Baby Girl Mix. Mastered None. Dim Now. I don't know if I know that's the one I usually play. I don't remember what it is. There's like a Patient Zero version, beginning, Fat Boy, and yeah, I'm sure there's another one. But how fucking dope is that? I think it's really cool because if you think about it, like, okay, how hard it would be to get worn out on there's like really two really well done versions of studio versions of Smells Like Teen Spirit. It goes through not if like okay when you buy the single it comes with both versions. I mean if you're gonna be selling, I you know what I mean. There's just ways to make it. Is that not good to do? Augustus, that is not a good thing you do. Oh, the shame. Paper target to dawn. Review. I know. Parliamentary Blues. I definitely fucking like that one. Polyester. Feed to the. Oh, that's so much. I might redo it with a different voice, like Little Big Brother. Oh, that might be in the Poly. Yes, the Springs. It might be fucking sick sounding. I did it in one last night. I don't know if it's definitely not one of my best ones that I've done on here, but it's there's two that I did that were pretty good. I just couldn't publish them because the app wouldn't let me. That the scent, that is a really good one. I like the way that one turned out because off time. I haven't heard any. I don't even heard anybody doing off time with Suno, and fuck, did it handle it well. It handled it very well. It's probably the you know what I mean. As far as like I said, it's probably the best bandmate I've ever been in a band with. The only thing I don't like is how they've limited with the tokens my ability to converse with it and how I converse with. I can't be like, okay, that's really great. What you do with the song is really great, but I want some production notes on here. I just want you to redo that. You know what I mean? Scrap the other version. I mean, why can't I do that? Like between the two, which of the two you like? I like that one. Okay, there's which there's the other one goes away. If it costs fucking 10 for two, and I only liked one, where's my 5? Yeah. A likely story by adjusting the perception that one song is. You made two. Yeah. What if I like both? You got 2 for 10. What if I like neither? You got none for 10. Gotcha. And that seems fair? Yes. To us. And so while that's actually importing those, let's go ahead and actually check that out a little bit. 11:32. I can actually put the speakers, can't I? Yes, I can. I don't know why I go into like mad scientist when I get very excited. Yes, I do about the fact that I can make my neighbors have to listen to this too. No, it's a good thing that I've seen the neighbors are outside. They have kids and stuff, and they sit there and draw and whatever. And I can hear like it's often I'm playing like Lanigan, not just 21 Gun Solution or anything like that. And I can just feel it. At least you got good taste because like again, they'd be like Wood and Tool and just all this other shit. And so then Pantera. Yeah. And meanwhile, there's just smoke just billowing from the house. What can I say? 14 notifications. What the fuck's going on here? Okay. I was like, oh man, maybe somebody listens. People was liking comments, which is cool. It's cool that I wish there's more interaction, but it's just like, hey, I like your song. And they liked your comment. Did you really? Did you actually? I mean, did you go through and just click like thank you and just? How many people check out other people's shit? How many people come here just to listen? How many people come here just to create? No better or worse. Wash Away Lover. I do like that one. I already add that to the playlist. Candy. I can't download it. That's one thing I don't like. I don't see why not. I guess that's coming later on when they take over everything, you know? And you have to, if you're subscribed to this level, you can download. If you're subscribed to this level, you can remix actually into a studio. If you do that. If I do my own version, I can still download it. I do like the way this one goes, though.
Wash away my lonely lover. She don't see me no more. I cover my eyes on oceans of her. Her eyes on the horizons. They're rising up. Wash away my lonely lover. She don't see me no more. I cover my eyes on oceans of her. Her eyes on the horizons. There. It ain't so bad living down here where you always leave me. It ain't that sad, no need to cry, no bother, believe me. Be glad it's as bad as they want it right. Be sad on some other person's time, yeah. Ain't so bad living on scraps you had for Thanksgiving. Be glad it's as bad as they want it right. It ain't so bad living down here where you always leave me. It ain't that sad, no need to cry, no bother, believe me. Be glad it's as bad as they want it right. Be sad on some other person's time, yeah.
struggling, hanging on to something clean. Disappears all the fear, all the blurry, slurry veins shine on what lay in between. Another catch, another window. All the walls were through and picking up speed. Brings me back again, watching it all. There's a sudden, not enough to bruise, enough to breathe, uneases full repute. Is it worth it? Struggling, hanging on to something clean. Disappears all the fear, all the blurry, slurry veins shine on what lay in between. A little cash, another door. We're through the walls and picking up speed. Bring me back again, just to watch it all. Moment, not enough to breathe and ease the room in full rebuke.
It ain't so bad living down here where you always leave me. It ain't that sad, no need to cry, no bother, believe me. Be glad it's as bad as they want it right. Be sad on some other person's time, yeah. Ain't so bad. Years ago, in times untold, wasted, barren, sleeps asunder. don't you crawl out to play, not enjoy the blunder? Awakening me and sickening me out. It holds no place for these. Sounds like heaven on the other line. Shakes the skin and indeed takes the thickening blood. Holds it in eager palms that always await the flooding. Backwashed medicine midden, eager palms that always await the flooding. Tears will flow like swill, backwashed medicine man walks clean. Spit palms that always await the flooding. Tears will flow like swill, backwashed medicine man walks clean. Take a break and slide between. Not enough to fall, but close enough to finally feel more than dead. Torn edges set pretty fires. Frictionless I-beam constantly pulls me up out of enough to breathe and scream. So wallow the whole while poverty sends its condolences. Laughter rings of consequence, and tomorrow stinks of shit. Scatter ashes in shattered winds, flamed by smoke to seething, reeling pain and further to finish this teething. Feel more, scream. So wallow the whole while poverty sends its condolences. Laughter rings of consequence, and tomorrow
Needs to learn a little bit about being able to just holding that, you know what I mean? Poverty sends its condolences. Laughter rings of consequence, and tomorrow stinks of shit. You know, but it's just like, so wallow the whole while poverty sends its it doesn't have the ability to kind of lyrically split it as efficiently. It probably comes from if you actually get like a good ability to comprehend the lyrics and the music structure, you know, to understand the whole thing. But that's exactly what they're afraid of. Giving it that level of comprehension, then it starts thinking like a human would. And at that point, they can't tell it what to do. They could ask it, but that costs extra tokens, and who has the time or the tokens for that? I know I don't have all the crunchy, wonderifical tokens. So let's go back to music stuff. And just talk about some of what these effects do. And we'll actually show it. So as far as this, we're actually on this song.
just left me there. Smell like rain and airport. Love gone cold in my hands. I learned your silence
I got a little
secondhand.
eager.
Come back in humps.
Forgot that sound.
Between these words I say your name.
So let's see what it is.
It's not
It's a
all
bit
gone.
loud, which is exactly what I
In
want.
every pause you sound the same.
I lost you once, but the quiet I still know. Love leaves an echo, and in it lives a hope.
That's what that was coming from.
I talk to flickers on the wall,
Okay, my
answers questions not at all.
Right, so I can hear myself now.
Fold the letters where the crease is, like a map back
It's
to
just
your
like
arms.
basically the real thing. This is the real thing now.
Come back.
And I don't know, maybe they have it now. So
Between the words you say your
it
name.
didn't have the attacks.
It's
Or the release, it
not
just had
all
the input
gone.
and the output.
In every pause you sound the same.
I lost you.
Drive the shit out of it. It's a limiting preamplifier, so see how quiet it is now.
Leaves an echo,
So I'm driving it in.
saying echo, echo, echo.
And how fast once it goes over, see, it's got one decimal.
If
reduction.
you return, just take it slow, breathe it
How
in,
fast do you want this to come in?
let it go.
Let go.
My heart like your footsteps in my chest, and
That's
then
why they grab it, not that's the just let it jump.
we can finally rest.
I have to. I just. That's from another one of my songs. It's almost like it's playing with me. You know what I mean? Okay, that's another thing. It's like how intense. That was always so that's good for eliminating. So that match to that. So you can bring down the quiet, the amount of output, and just one more time. That way, it's not. It's just actually a pretty good song instead of one of mine just looping over and over, hearing me like all the flaws of of how I mix all of it. And these are actually pretty good songs to start out, and so just work on different things, different aspects of it, and just show what they different damn do.
You just left me there. Smell like rain and airport. Love gone cold in my hands. I learned your side secondhand.
Come back in humps. Between these words I say your name. It's not all gone.
So let's try a different song and see. I don't feel these actually have any problems with them. I just wanted to show off what the I want to show what the different plugins do and what you can do with them, how they work. Not that I even really know 100% myself, but that I wouldn't even mind doing this with some of the other things just to get to know them better. So find some mixes like this that are good mixes, and just try and like with this effect right here. Let's see what this does. This whole thing. First, let's just turn it off, bypass it completely, and let's see what happens. Turn my headphones down so I don't get as much as little interference there as possible.
I watch the sun settle further down in my tree, so stripped and naked. All the fear in my head tells me it's definitely coming. And the blackbirds all say the same thing, like they've only one voice. Just like seasons, they don't choose where they come or go, and the deafening of their noise. I'm sure it's on.
I don't know if it's adjusting on your side because something
the
about
gray of winter after autumn sway. The wind is turning, churning up the dust.
It's probably a limitation they put if you pay enough cash.
Stirring up whatever it must. This deja vu inside a dream. Maybe I should already be dead. I can't hear you anymore, so your words can no longer hurt me. And all that summer has left of me is rhetoric and pleasantries. All the birds in my tree say the same thing. It's coming. I'm sure it's on its way. They pale and fall in autumn's way. The wind is churning up the dust to carry away whatever it must. It's coming. Watch the sun settle further down in my tree, so stripped and naked. All the fear in my head tells me it's definitely coming. And the blackbirds all say the same thing, like they've only one voice. Just like seasons, they don't choose where they come or go, and the deafening of their noise. I'm sure it's on its way. The gray of winter after autumn sway. The wind is turning, churning up the dust, stirring up whatever it must. This deja vu inside a dream. Maybe I should already be dead. I can't hear you anymore, so your words can no longer hurt me. And all that summer has left of me is rhetoric and pleasantry. All the birds in my tree say the same thing. It's coming. I'm sure it's on its way. They pale and fall in autumn's way. The wind is churning up the dust to carry away whatever it must. It's coming. to say the same thing. It's coming. It's definitely coming. Watch the sun settle further down in my tree. So straight the same thing. Autumn's, I'm sure it's on its way. The gray of winter after autumn's sway. The wind is turning, churning up the dust, stirring up whatever it must. This deja vu inside a dream. Maybe I should already be dead. I can't hear you anymore, so your words can no longer. Breathless in beds of bad intentions, clouded in comfort, counting blessings, bored of blessings, blackened array. I was distressed through early gray, breathing in smoke and exhale elation, storm clouds of comfort calling my name. Bored of their blessing, I start undressing, 'cause I used to lose thread in the best charts, used to black out in dysfunctional grace, used to spit seasons of tenderness breaks, used to face pain as irrelevant. Now I'm the deep where hurt lives, found in a pulse on the first blaze, rose from rust to universe laced in toxic-ated stupor. As nervous blistered wings break, I'm a turn spin tilt space loser, a blur flake dream state gone amiss. I'm a sterning still face, a slur silvered half disgrace. I crashed and bled in my best days, ground my teeth in a quest to be amazed, trashed my needs for the next big craze, slashed my dreams' throats when the dread stayed, clash with the peace in my rest phase, stashed all my grief in this dead phrase, dashing my schemes in a crash test blaze, slashed my seams till they're threadbare, 'cause I used to stall my lead in best starts, used to crawl heart sunk in presumptions, used to hide my blessedness from me, 'cause in truth I don't wanna see. Now I'm in a scream streaks maze, found a fault line in the faintest gray, rose from rust into
phrase,
A blur flick,
namesake. I'm a curse like wing break.
a slur, silver dream state.
I'm a turn split still face.
A surge, red tilt space. Blind to it,
Is fine by me.
blind to it,
Is all I need.
blind to it.
Is fine by me.
All I want is not to see.
Let's hit that first.
Gazing into constellations, seeing all with constant elation. They burn in effigy. Does it take 1,000 years just to hear you? Just to hear you. Does it take 1,000 efforts just to hear me? 'Cause I need you. I need you to see. Oh, I can't look away from you. I can't look away while you're burning down, burning true, while it's burning. It's not real. It's not real. What is it then? It's not real. It can't be real. When you're with me, when you're with me, I live. When you're with me, when you're with me, you loaded the gun, yet you never fired one. Tired of being tired of being tired of tired, yeah. Gazing in the constellations, seeing all the constant manipulations as they carry me away back into your arms. Back into your arms, one baby, when you're coming home. As they carry me back into your arms themselves. 'Cause I need you. I need you. Oh, I can't look away. I can't look away. Why
fucking break, would ya? Gazing into constellations, seeing all with constant elation while they're burning effigy. Does it take 1,000 years just to hear you? Just to hear you? Does it take 1,000 efforts just to hear me? 'Cause I need you. I need you to see. Oh, I can't look from you. I can't look away while you're burning down, burning shoes, while it's burning. It's not real. It's not real. What is it then? It's not real. It can't be real.
So showing off some of those things, what they can do. I want to get something that fucking kind of jam. Just gonna hear something fucking dope. Now, there's one thing I've been wanting to do. Let me see if I can do that. If I have a copy, and apologies already to Dirt Clod Fight if I do. I've been wanting to emulate the kind of the sound of like being there that night. Yep, got some right here. Let's see which hunting lesson. Which one do I want to do? Mihal was great, but I would like to do one. Yeah, one that killed him is fine. Like if I could change anything about this song, this is probably what kind of shit I would do. Let's go ahead and bring in. I really don't think it's gonna need it, but let's bring in the British channel here. Get a little compression going if we need it. Doubtful. And then just a little bit of room reverb like I had there. Let's go ahead and find like a studio though. So it's gonna be kind of a more realistic but better. A live room would be great. Where's that? There's the one sunset sound. There we go. This Mumpy Puppy would be a good one there. There we go. Alright, so that's the there's a live room. It was bigger than this, fortunately, but let's see. Not quite so wide. Low pass, 7. High pass, around 80. Right. Bigger. And 3, definitely too small. The place they performed was probably about, I don't know, somewhere around this size. Let's see if we can get this shit going here.
Didn't want to kill me with small American clay. Didn't want to kill me with small American I believe. Leave my
It's not did you like the song as much as I like the song now or then. The point is to find music that makes you feel heard. Yeah. If you find music that makes you feel heard, then like, kind of like, what the fuck else do you really need? You know what I mean? And it just, like, I left that concert understanding, not that I wanted to be Derek Claw's fight, not that whatever. I left with a further understanding of what I wanted to do with my life. Like I said, I saw it. It's actually possible to write your own songs, to not need major support on a major label. Do what the fuck you want to do. Have a great time. Get stoned. That motherfucker was as red-eyed as I was. And I was like, holy shit. There's no way I could perform right now when your eyes are more fucked than mine are. Slacking. I'm slacking is what it is. I'm slacking. I got to pick things up, man. First off, I'm not reinventing the guitar or any kind of shit like that. I'm just there having a goddamn good time. So why don't you go fuck yourselves? Here comes the song. Is it original? Yes, I chopped the wood. I smithed the metal for the tuning keys. All brand new tuning keys. It doesn't even tune the same way. What? No, this has to be pumped. That's original. Yeah, you have to pump the tuning keys on this one. The wood, it has to be finely massaged for each performance, or bumps in the music. Oh, this is gonna be a good song. It's gonna be a good fucking song. I invented the scale. I invented the strings with which it is played upon. This is truly an original piece. Yeah, see with the hands in the back. Where'd you get the idea? Burn! Take this person out back and burn them. Well, today there are stupid questions. And that's the first one. Start writing them down. We're calling them the laws. It was the law of talking back. Yes. Die. Take them out back, please. Says the king. And we went through this last Tuesday when I invented the word king. Right, but all my friends agree with me. Do you have enough friends to disagree with me? No, then I'm the king. See how that works? If you don't like it, you can go somewhere else. But you came here. Well, then go somewhere else. But you're there also. Looks like we win. Looks like you're a bunch of dicks. That nothing is ever enough. That's what it looks like to me. That's just being a victim of your freedom, not a beneficiary. Like all the people that live around that lake that George Bush and his family bought. Herbert Walker and Walker. Why would you? It's almost like you owe a debt. Anyways, get into the Prescott Bush and things like that, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Why Herbert Walker would be. That's an interesting choice and a decision to keep going. It's like he actually wears the pants in that house, you know. It's a problem with phony gods. Or, you know, the way he succeeded so well when he stopped Jesus from being born. Herod, heresy, Herod, whatever this fucking douche duber magoo. I don't fucking know. This fucking fuck him. Wanted to kill a bunch of fucking babies. Oh, that's right. That's only Christians only like if you're standing. Okay, right. Right. I forgot. New export mixdown improvements in Fender Studio 8. They didn't need any improvements. Or you could export in every kind of file. The thing they call improvements is all basically you don't have to. And it stops being a collaborative, cooperative thing. So there's something look with the line. Collaborative, cooperative thing where you're getting assistance. And it becomes where you're assisting the computer to make not your music, just music, which people, as long as it comes out well, you know, well produced, well mixed, there really is no difference to them. There's just not. As long as the cash shows up and the adoration shows up, it doesn't really matter. The other part was just like they were saying for Zuckerberg and the other people. It's oh yeah, I can't play music. Watch this. Can you write 400 slop songs in like an hour, all about how cool your hair is? Well, I can. I can write 500 songs about your hair in 3 minutes. Isn't that way better than one really good one that someone sat and thought about? It's better, right? It's better when a robot goes gets you your drink rather than, you know, have to have like a human come around you and like talk to you. I mean, I'm going to make it look like it won't be freaking weird, you know. And we'll be the only people alive that are real. And then people will have to like me because it'll be part of the programming. Fucking losers. Did I dream is missing? Oh, that's fine. Because, yeah. I should just go ahead and tell them to go find those. If you can reach me. Okay, good. I was actually going to. Okay. At this, I forgot. I've got the low latency. This latency mixing this kind of way is probably not a great idea. But anyways, I'm gonna go back into. Let's go ahead and close that out. I'll go ahead. No, don't save. Fucking save. I don't know what I did. I'll save it. Let's do a new project. So this I can do something that's very simple. Just master-ish. That's my way. Check one. Around this town. I don't know what you did or what it did to itself or why I'm doing it wrong, but it did. So let's go ahead and you want to leave no, you want what? Yeah, someone's recording, of course to do. Should we try it again? I guess I could replace that. Yeah, let's not do that. Play some guitar a little bit. Luna, I don't want to sit there and try and work on Luna right now. That's just again, just looking at it, trying to figure out like where all this. I don't feel like just like fumble. I'll figure it out and I'll do it some other time. I mainly came on just to play some guitar. Guitar rig solo. Interesting guitar rack. GTR solo. Device. Studio S. Ah! I sincerely apologize. I don't know what the fuck. If it helps any, it was blasting in my fucking ears. I'm like, that's not good. This isn't good. Properties. I really hope they didn't blast you in the ears the way it blasted me. That's not good programming to broadcast, and I apologize in advance for all the times I'll ever do it again because I don't know when it happens. It just does it to my music, and I don't like that. I think I like it being blasted in the ear face. No, not a tiny bit. Mm-mm. All right. God. So I decided to do some weird ass shit. And you know what doesn't do that? Acoustic. Acoustics. Why aren't you going out? You're not going out nowhere. 1 and 2. Check 1, check 2. But you, guy, why don't you get elected anybody? Why does it do this? Virtual 1 and 2? No, we wanted to do actual 1 and 2. It hasn't done this in a long fucking time. Check 1, 2. How are you today? That's a real question. It may not seem like it, but I mean it. from the bottom of my Pop-Tart. I just called to say I know somebody that looks like you. I just called to say I really did see them. I don't know why you care. I just called to say hello again, and I mean it. Oh, did you hear that? I might have fixed that though. About that. Fuck. Close though. Whatever room you find yourself sitting in, you don't have to stay there. That's why you're sitting there. It'll be awkward if I just get up and walk out. It'd be also more awkward to spend extra time sitting there going, this isn't fun, this isn't fun, this isn't fun. I wish I could just get up and walk away. It's like I'm a slave to what do they think? If I just stand up and walk out and what will this performer think? They'll think I don't like the show. I better just sit here. I don't like the show though. It's much more important that people believe they're all having a good time. I think that person looks uncomfortable. I should really be watching the show, not watching people. It's not a fun show, but I don't want to leave because then they'll think I think that it's not a good show. Well, it's not a good show to me. It's a good show, but to me, it's not a good show. I would sit here. So I like playing the electric is because there's a lot more effects and stuff. You can do a lot more weird shit. and just kind of drift along on the people refer to as textures now. There's like the ambiance, the weird, like, reverbing patterns and delays and stuff. Let's look over the sounds. Going to build up finger speed. That's how I learned any speed that I got from playing on an actual acoustic first. Like that's the first thing I ever played on was like an acoustic. Very similar to this one, except the owner who gave it to me. Travis had steel strings on here instead of nylon ones. And there was so much tension that it broke the neck, so he just drove a fucking nail right through here. And he'd be like, yeah, here you go. And then the little nail that was poking out like that. And I made do. I wrote 11 songs on that my first week, man. And like my fingers never bled, but damn, did they get chopped up. And I just thought I didn't know about double picking, so I just thought it was about moving your fingers fast. So I just started working it as fast as I could. It really didn't matter to me the exact precision. Why? 'Cause I'm trying to have fun. I just figured it out. Yeah, I've always wanted to play for fun. And of course, you want the audience to have fun. But without an audience, you're playing to yourself. And I do want to have fun. I do want to be, but I don't really have that much. So I mostly have a lot of songs that I write about when I'm sitting by myself. I don't really draw a lot of inspiration from really great times because I don't have any really great times. There's some fun times. I have some memories of my past that were really fucking, I wouldn't trade them. Again, I'm not ashamed or embarrassed about them. Started drinking a little young, I guess you'd say. Give a shit. We were running around doing crazy shit on military base. I don't give a shit. Shit you should not be doing on a military base. I don't fucking give a shit. wasn't illegal. I mean, well, destruction of property and yeah, drinking under it. Yeah, it's illegal. It's very, very illegal. Oh, so it's kidnapping people based on the skin color. So is stealing a continent. But America gets glorified for it. Everybody gets horrified. And God suggests that you give anything. America's one of the richest countries. Yeah, they don't pay for anything. Like Donald Trump. They just walk around bullying everybody and talking shit. Hoping that no one realizes how small it is. The reason I love computers is because there's the whole virtualization of things that are real. Now, is it going to ever be as good as the real thing? No. Why? Your mind will never let it. Anyone who's asking that question, your mind will never let it cross that. You'll hear differences that are not there. Just to be a dick. Being honest, just be a dick. Oh, it's got a different warmth. It's called sloppiness. Oh, it must be what it is. It really is. The things now are super ultra precise. You want to cut at 400 fucking hertz, you cut at 400 hertz and nothing else. This one, you want to cut at 400 hertz? Well, first off, are you sure? Because this EQ only goes like 350, 550, it jumps around, and 450 is not one it has. But it has that certain tone that you like, right? Yeah, it's called not giving you what you want necessarily, having to fight what's available versus what you can do. It's kind of the same thing with option paralysis. You don't really have as much option paralysis when the options are good. Maybe I watch Netflix. I know what I want. I want to watch something that's funny. I want to watch something fairly new. I want to watch something, that's fairly unpredictable, compared to what Hollywood's been putting out. Now let's go look for that. No, 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 no. I don't have option paralysis. There's just shitty options. You can watch anything, can you? Everything is available as long as you pay. It's not like just because you have internet, you have any of the services. Just being honest. Just because you have internet does not mean you have any. It doesn't mean you have Hulu. Doesn't mean you have any of those. Or you could, have, should have, would, and even if you did, it'd still be fucking limited on what it could do, wouldn't it? Because they're not just going to fucking offer up the best. Any way they can fucking nickel and that's what I hate about cable. Any way they can fucking nickel and dime you, they're going to nickel and dime you. The newer the technology, the more they're going to fucking dime you. Dime and quarter you if they can. Three hours, I should probably get out of here before I start bumming everybody the fuck out worse than I already always do. So, all right, so, it's my wounded doo-doo. Heart forlorn, wounded. Crying in the corner. Boo-boo. Shivering, shaking the cold. The cold detox sweat for 1 month is what? No. No. What? I gotta go.